Alrighty, back in action. So somewhere around here, you can start to see there's a little bit, what looks like to be a little bit of a bumped out area. We are entering the siding at Petry Station, which is the next station on the line. Again, definitely here it looks like we're into the siding here. When I get to where the station was, we'll talk a little bit about it, but I do have the original station plan map, and it does show the siding kind of starting here on this curve as you curve into the station. You can see that it's very wide here, right? It's the grade is all the way out there, so for sure we're into the siding here. Vehicle coming. So again, you can see this for sure, the siding here. Again, you can see some of the beautiful tamaracks. More telegraph poles. Again, it's not unexpected to see people. I figure I would see more people already, since it is the opening for hunting. So you can see there's a little bit of rock work here as we enter into the area where the station was. And again, the siding would have been here on the south side. All right, so this is the area of Petry Station. So let's hold up here. Let me grab my notes, and then I'll show you some stuff, and then I'll take you around the area. Okay, so we are located at Petry Station, which was at milepost 114.3 on the original line, or 85.3 on the Graham subdivision. Again, Grand Trunk Pacific used an alphabetical naming system. So you have Oscar, Petry, and then Quorn. A little bit of debate on the pronunciation. So I call it Petry. I know some people call it Petry. I was just, I have some colleagues and friends at work that have camps at Graham, and one of them calls it Petry. So for you, DM, we'll mention the word name Petry as well. So I'll just call it Petry. Okay, so a Grand Trunk Type E station was constructed here in 1913, but the station was actually destroyed by fire in 1943, and it was replaced by a 9-foot by 18-foot portable station. I don't know what that means. So probably some sort of smaller structure in 1944. The station was retired from use in 1960. The siding here at Petry was removed from use in 1971, and a few years later Petry was taken off the roll. There was, in 1973, there was kind of like a it was like the 1973 massacre. There was a whole bunch of stations on this line and other lines that were eliminated. So it was no longer a station on the line. In 1981, the siding was converted into a 450-foot spur. I think they were doing that because they were reballasting the line and they were using the siding to store equipment. And so there was a 450-foot spur here connected. The siding became a 450-foot spur connected at the west end, known as GR47, and remained in use till 1987. Now, Petry was resurrected as a station in 1986, but they were not using the siding, so it was just sort of a station name, just a station in name only, and it remained a station on the line until 1994, when the line was shut down. So let's show you some maps and things like that, and some timetables, and then what we'll do is I'll take you around the area. Okay, so let's walk here around Petry here a little bit. So you can see this very wide open area here. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of remnants right here. I'm guessing, unless we see something different, I'm guessing the station was located right in this open area here. But what could have happened in the years since the railway was abandoned, they could have used this sort of as a staging area for the logging, and so they may have plowed over any remnants that you would see in this particular area. Now, I was here back in the summer, and I did mark a few things. So let's go see if we can, find them. We'll walk along here a little bit here and see if we see anything here. When I was here in the summer, obviously the grass was high and everything, so it was a little difficult to see very much. It's a little bit better now, and that was a sunny day too, right? Oh my God. Why is the stations always have thorns everywhere? Like, seriously, you're killing me here. So, I don't know if there's anything that way. What's this? Oh, that's a modern plastic jug. Okay, so we do have something right here. So there's a big depression in the ground. So first of all, you can see that there's a whole bunch of metal, and then there's pieces of a telegraph pole here, and you can see some broken Dominion 42 insulators. And then here there's a giant depression in the ground. So I don't know if this was maybe a cellar or something, right? You can see that there's all kinds of metal. Looks like a bucket. That looks like one of those things that the kerosene comes in, or maybe not. Let's go look. There's some sawn wood. That's not a thing. That looks like, I don't know what that is. It's very thin, but it's got two openings. I was going to say like piece of a stove or something, but you can see hear the metal very, very thin. There was something here. There's a hole in the ground. So I don't know if there was maybe a section house here, and this was the cellar for it or something. I don't know. There's definitely something there because there's a big hole depression in the ground. And you can see that this depression, there's a depression kind of over here. And then over here. I'm guessing this was the Biffy. There's a hole in the ground there. And so maybe during the later years, this was for the section crews. This was a place for them to go when they needed to. Okay, so there's some more stuff around here. This stupid spitting is driving me nuts. Okay, let's go this way. Let's see something. Oh, that's a root. Let's check the lens of the camera. We did a hike last week, a couple of hikes, and we were near Reba, and what ended up happening was the first day I did the exploration at Reba, I got water on the lens. Get back and go to take a look at it, and like it was unusable. So you can see there's a piece. This is new. This looks like a little bench or a little stand here somebody put in. You can see there's a depression in the ground here. It's literally like drizzling now. Okay, where is this metal bar that I saw? I saw a metal bar. Hopefully this stops. It was somewhere around here. Well, I don't know. Not seeing it anymore. Okay, let's move on here. I don't see that bar. There definitely is a depression in the ground there. And then there's a big open area here. This open area continues over here. Just checking to see if I missed anything. Give the lens a wipe here, just in case. And there's another depression in the ground. There's a depression here. There's some metal there. There's another depression here. So there's a hole there. Maybe this is the garbage pile. Look, you see pails and all kinds of metal cans here. There's a piece of metal over there. Again, more depressions in the ground. Another bucket or pail. It looks like it has some sort of plastic in it. So you got yet another metal container. You got a depression in the ground there with a plastic bucket. There's more cans over here. There's a big chunk of metal there. There's more metal over there. There's something over here that we need to take a look at. I think this might be the well. You can see that there's a wooden post here with wire on it. So I don't know if that was fencing or what that was. You can see there's another depression here, and there's more metal here. Let's wipe the lens here. And so over here, there's a big depression in the ground, and I think this is the well, because that's the plate that goes on top of the well. So there's concrete, and I recognize that plate because I've seen it at other stations. So that's the plate. So I don't know what happened here, if it collapsed in to where the well was, or what happened, but you can see there's more concrete here. Either something happened to it naturally. You can see that there's a big depression here. So I don't know, maybe if it collapsed in on itself or somebody did something to it. But definitely that is that looks exactly like the well that you see at other stations. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hop back up on the grade and continue our journey. Alrighty, back in action here. There is somebody coming So we'll just continue through the station and the siding here at Petry, or Petry DM. And I believe somewhere up here it comes to an end, because we're going to get into a swamp momentarily. Okie dokie, back at her. So again, here's the siding coming in, because essentially we're into this swamp here, and obviously you're not going to be running in through there. So this is kind of the end of the siding here at Petry. So again, you can see sort of this swampy area. This is moose country. I'm guessing that's what that truck that just went by was looking for. You know, they love this area here. They love these swamps with all these alders and things like that. If you've never seen a moose, it is a sight to behold. All right, so let's maybe hold up here momentarily, and then we'll resume once we do a battery change.